Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again so much for our time together. Pastor Claude Fingleton is preaching for us tonight. All three campuses will be live together. We look forward to seeing you. But right now, I want us to go back to 1 Corinthians chapter 5. One of the great false doctrines in the body of Christ today is, judge not, lest you also be judged. Well, Pastor Summerall, Jesus said that. Yes, Jesus did, but not using it the way people use it today. You see, what takes a doctrine and turns it from a truth into a falsehood is the application. Now, Paul teaches us an application of that truth. In 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 12, he said, "What business is it of mine to judge those outside the church? Are you not to judge those inside? God will judge those outside. Expel the wicked man from among you." The church of Corinth had, in their spiritual arrogance and in their spiritual pride, gotten very happy about how they could accept an immoral brother in the church. He was sleeping with his stepmother. The story is all there in chapter 5 for you. He's sleeping with his stepmother, and they were proud that they had accepted him, and they were proud that they had been walking in love. And Paul said, there are some people that just don't belong in church. He said, expel the immoral brother. He said, get that guy out of church. Get that guy out of the body of Christ. There are some people that should not be allowed to attend church. You say, well, Pastor Summerall, he needs Jesus. Yes, he does, but he's heard the message and he's chosen his sinful lifestyle. Now, sometimes in the church today, we need to tell people, please, we don't want you here. You say, Pastor, have you ever done that? Many times. And I'm sure if Jesus tarries, I'll do it many times in the future. Why do we do that, Pastor? Well, verse 6, your boasting is not good. Don't you know that a little yeast works through the whole batch of dough? You allow a guy who's openly sleeping with his stepmother to be in church, and there's no discipline, and he's allowed in ministry, and he's allowed leadership. You allow that, and forgive me, everybody's doing it. There's no restraint anymore. The church needs to learn. We are to judge those inside the body of Christ. Now, I know this isn't popular preaching, but maybe this is why the church in the West has failed so badly. They're acting like the church of Corinth, very wealthy, very sophisticated, very proud, very arrogant. And it's a matter of spiritual pride that we make room for these people in our church. No, we don't. You don't make room in your church. It is Jesus' church, and we are to run it the way he says to.